Hey there, Hurons. This one is for 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. We are starting a brand new badminton unit this week. It will be maybe our second to last unit that we do. We'll stick with this one for 3 weeks maybe. You should have watched just an introduction video to the sport of badminton before you watching this one. This is the second one. This is where we're actually going to get into our skills. Fisher's down here today to help us through this one. Fisher learned how to play badminton last summer and he really likes it, and we play quite a bit at our house. And like you saw in that video probably, badminton's a very, very popular sport outside of the United States. There are badminton clubs and there's a badminton national team here, but in other countries people watch badminton, they go to stadiums to watch badminton.
Do you know what I would do if we were in like a boxing fight and I had a badminton? Do you know what I would say to my opponent?
What?
I would say, I have a badminton and I'm not afraid to use it.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Okay. Well, I hope we never box.
Do you remember when I had that shirt that said I have a Jedi dad and I'm not afraid to use it?
Yes, it's very cute. So anyway, we most of the time think of badminton here in the United States as just that summertime sport that's in the backyard or in the front yard at a family reunion or a barbecue or something like that. A bunch of people playing, and it's kind of a slow sport, just something to do out a nice sunny day. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's wonderful. I hope that you have a badminton court at your house, or a net and some birdies and some rackets. If you don't, you can use all that old equipment that we've built in the past, just our paper plates on the paint stirrer sticks or whatever, and you can even do this with a ball. You don't have to have the specific equipment, but here's an example of what this looks like. These are the badminton rackets. So back when we did tennis, you notice that this badminton racket looks a lot different. All right, it has a very long, narrow neck.
And another name for birdies, another name for them are called shuttlecocks.
Yeah, this is also a shuttlecock, absolutely. We call it a birdie here. It's kind of its nickname. But that's the actual equipment. So we have some at our house.
The real name of it is called a shuttlecock.
But the real name is called a shuttlecock, yep. So that would be probably on your post-test and pre-test. So, yeah, start thinking about that. Anyway, you learned about the game. All I want you to do this week is 2 skills. All right, first of all, just get used to how the birdie feels when you hit it. All right, it's definitely a unique piece of equipment. So just get used to that. We did those flipping hits a few years ago when we were practicing our striking. So Fisher, why don't you get yours? And we're just going to go for 3. We put it on there like this. We just go down, up, flip, and then we try and hit it.
Mine's kind of in bad shape though.
Mine's in bad shape too. I need some new birdies, but that's okay. It's kind of hard to do it in the basement. Definitely a good thing to do is practice it outside.
What is our number?
3. Just get 3.
1, 2.
That's all right.
Try again.
See, because you can't hit it very high. Hit down. Whoa.
1, 2, 3.
Good job. All right. So after you practice for a little bit, you get used to how it feels when you hit that birdie up and down. We have to do the first skill that I teach in this one is serving, because if you can't serve, you can't start the game, and if you can't start the game, that's no fun. All right. And the serve for badminton is a very unique skill because in badminton we have to make contact with the birdie below our waist. Fisher, above our waist or below our waist? Below our waist, which means we need to have an underhand strike when we serve that birdie, okay? We have to serve cross court, which means like we did in tennis, serving across the net and landing on our opponent's side opposite us, all right? It has to land inside of that playing area for it to be a legal serve. So here's your 1, 2, 3, 4 for the serve. All right, let's get in our ready position. That is shoulder over knees over toes. Staggered stance, which means non-dominant foot forward. Oh, someone's shooting at us over there.
Shut up, mister. Shut up.
Okay, that toy just went off. So we've got staggered stance, and we're going to bring that birdie out in front of our body. I'm going to pinch it right at the base of the fletching. All right, so those little feathery areas, that little plastic area.
I didn't even touch it.
And I'm going to go across my body, all right? And I'm going to know I'm in a good position. If I bring that racket up like this, I hinge at my elbow. I'm going to keep my elbow in tight, and if I hinge at my elbow and just bring my racket up and down, it should hit right in the middle of that birdie, okay? So Here we go. Shoulder over knees over toes.
Daddy,
Stagger stance. No,
you know
let's do
you
this.
don't need to say shoulder over knees over toes because you know everybody knows to do that.
Well, I hope they do. But that's just part of our ready position. Birdie across our body in front of our racket. All right, we hinge at the elbow, and we are just going to bring that racket up and make sure that it hits the birdie. Okay? Now, 1, we're going to lean forward. 2, racket back, weight back. 3, racket forward, weight forward. And 4, we drop the birdie, contact, and follow through. Follow through to our target. So I'm going to do mine, and then let's see yours. Remember, we got to keep that elbow in. People have a lot of trouble with this because as soon as they start coming forward, they push, and then they put their arm out like this, and look, if I drop that birdie, is it going to hit my racket? No.
It's gonna go like.
I gotta keep that elbow tucked in, so it looks like this.
Like he dodged your racket and it went right there.
We don't want that, so we go racket back, weight back, racket forward, weight forward, and there we go. Excellent. All right.
Go get him.
Let's go get those. Let's do it one more time. Remember, if you see that sideways, it would look like this. Here, elbow in, birdie out front. Racket back, weight back after I lean forward. Racket forward, weight forward. Notice I keep that elbow tight to my side and I just hinge at that elbow. I drop it and I hit it. Okay? I'll do one sideways over here.
Drop it.
So we keep that elbow in.
Can I do it first?
Yeah, you go ahead. Excellent. And mine's going to go boop. Oh, I actually missed it.
You're supposed,
I was
Daddy.
looking at yours and then I dropped
Daddy, look. So keep your racket right under the birdie.
Okay.
And then push it back, and then put it right in the same spot your racket was.
Okay, like this?
Yeah.
Perfect. Very good. Excellent. All right.
It nearly got caught on the pipe.
So that's your challenge for this week, okay? Let's see if you can get 10 serves. I want you to put like a hula hoop out there, or just make an area in your house or in the yard or something like that that you want to hit to, okay? And remember, you don't necessarily need badminton equipment to do this. You can do it with the stuff that we built in the past. You can do it with a tennis racket and a little ball or something like that. But that motion is going to be very important when we play badminton because we have to make contact with the birdie below our waist in order for it to be a legal serve, okay? Practice how it feels to hit the birdie. And
You
then
can even
practice
use
some
it with a
serves.
little soccer ball.
Yeah, see if
That
you can
would
get, try and do 10 serves and see if you can get in that circle or that
See,
area that you're going to. Let's see if you can do it 5 out of 10 times.
This will still work, see?
It would. Okay. Anyway, keep up the good work and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Daddy.